Hey guys, Asian Rice Gum here. First, a quick update. You may remember my video, The Rise and Fall of Rice Gum, Why He Became Irrelevant. Well, now he's relevant again because of... What did he do again? Oh yeah, scamming kids! Even the subtitles warn you about it. I can't imagine that'll be too good for his channel in the long run. There are few things quite as wholesome as promoting gambling to children. Now let's talk about someone who's actually wholesome. You may know VoiceOverPete from the many great memes in which he tells you a fictional character needs your help and then proceeds to ask for your credit card information.
All I need is your parents' credit card number, the 3 digits on the back, and the expiration month and year.
VoiceOverPete is basically a video spokesman who sold his services on Fiverr. However, he eventually got banned because of his videos asking for credit card information, even though they were clearly jokes. So after Fiverr banned him, he began to increase his presence on YouTube. His channel started to grow pretty fast since people already knew who he was. People took an immediate liking to his overall wholesome content, and Pete's channel prospered. He was getting several hundreds of thousands of views with each video, and overall his channel was doing well. But recently, because the credit card meme was kind of dying off, Pete's channel started to get less views, and his channel wasn't really growing as much as it used to. As we all know, memes have a pretty short shelf life, and that was starting to show in his views. And that's when he released a video called Pete is in Crisis and Needs Your Help.
Why are you so depressed? You've been moping around the house all day. Even the dogs are depressed.
It's our YouTube channel.
Look, is it the Christmas videos?
I mean, you know, no, it's those aside, no. It's just not growing, it's just not generating the excitement, the interest, the fever. You know, I don't know what to do.
It was a pretty funny video where basically the plotline is that Pete is doing all of these crazy stunts to try to get new subscribers.
We go ahead and we have our fans rally together. We need everybody to participate, everyone to join in. That's it.
Today is the day to subscribe to VoiceOverPete.
It's basically like PewDiePie vs. T-Series, but on a smaller scale, where Pete is basically trying to get the community to rally behind him so that his channel can continue to grow. The video was successful in catching attention, and it gave him a bit of a boost in subscribers and views. But I still think being able to sustain his longevity on the platform is something worth talking about. These subscriber stunts may provide a short-term boost and raise awareness for his channel, but we don't know how long-term that is. Now I think it's important to stress that this isn't a criticism video on VoiceOverPete. In fact, I love the guy. He seems like a very genuine and wholesome dude. But it seems like he's hit a point where he's not really sure where to proceed with his channel. So I thought it would be interesting to analyze how he got into this position and what he can do to maintain longevity on this platform. And before we get to that, we have to understand how VoiceOverPete got his audience in the first place. The reason we know about Pete is through memes, and this is also reflected in his content. Pete is well aware of his channel's appeal, so a lot of his content is related to memes and the sort of meme persona that made him popular. This was a pretty effective approach in the beginning because he was able to capitalize on the popularity of the meme. But unfortunately, because memes often die out fast, this presented a problem for Pete's channel. After all, if people only saw him as a meme and memes die fast, then things aren't really looking too good. Many times when people discuss channels that are declining, it's because they changed content too rapidly and forgot what made them popular in the first place. Other times, it's the exact opposite. Although it made sense to try to capitalize on his meme status, it's an approach with a relatively short lifespan. As a result, people have gotten tired, and even if they don't have anything against Pete as a person, they just don't think that his content can offer them anything new. When you analyze the bulk of Pete's content, he's playing a character. Now don't get me wrong, it's a good character. It's a funny character. We all know what VoiceOverPete the character has to offer to us, but we don't really know a whole lot about VoiceOverPete the person. Let's take a look at PewDiePie as an example. Part of the reason that PewDiePie is so successful is because people like his personality. And while he does meme quite a bit, it's never so much that it gets in the way of his actual personality. We all know that behind whatever persona he may play, he's just a genuine and down-to-earth guy who's willing to just sit down with his audience at times and keep it real. And because people subscribe to PewDiePie for his personality, this gives him the freedom to make pretty much anything he wants, and his audience will still watch it. The thing about Pete is that he has a lot of charisma and he's a very likable guy, so I don't think he'll have too hard of a time trying to adapt to making different styles of content. I think someone suggested a cooking show, for example. I mean, I'd watch it. Or maybe he could cover some sort of news, like YouTube news or gaming news. I mean, Scarce has been out for 2 months, so maybe there's an opening there. But if neither of those sound appealing, then that's fine too, because the possibilities are endless. My main point is that if you really want to make it as a big YouTuber, then you need to have a personality that people love. And because Pete already seems like a pretty cool guy, I'd say that there's a lot of potential for more personality-driven content. The guy's probably got tons of great stories, and from what we've seen of his videos, he definitely has a knack for storytelling. What this whole thing boils down to is the ability to take temporary fame and turn it into something that will last. Pyrocynical is a great example of somebody who is able to do this. He gained his original audience by doing montage parodies. Although many of his peers in the montage parody community weren't able to make it, Pyrocynical's channel is still going strong today. In fact, I even made a whole video about how Pyro's content evolved. Basically, he did it one step at a time. Because montage parodies were making fun of the gaming montage subgenre, Pyro was able to smoothly transition to actual gaming content. From there, he was able to transition to commentaries, which included gameplay footage and unrelated commentary. And from there, he was able to transition into pretty much anything he wants to. Likewise, because the foundation of Pete's channel was built on memes, it would make sense to keep the meme aspect of the channel. The memes should still be a part of the channel, but it should also be paired with something more fresh. Overall, I would love to see VoiceOverPete continue to prosper on YouTube, but as others have pointed out, he'll need to approach things a little differently. Although trying to create a movement for himself may be entertaining right now, it's still important to think about how things will go in the long run. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I hope you liked it. I just want to say a massive thank you to all of my subscribers. It's kinda surreal to think about just how much my channel grew last year, and I'm just so glad to see that the work is paying off. So here's to an even better year in 2019. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also on Patreon if you want to support me there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.